It's Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning. And is it me, or do elevators not play generic, boring music anymore?
Hey, you're right. It's been a while.
I want to feel mildly entertained on that 12-second ride up to our studio.
I always like to try and guess what the tune is, too.
But you know what? If the elevators aren't going to provide that bland, lackluster level of entertainment, then we'll provide it ourselves with What's on Your Mind, where we go around the room to see what each member of the morning show's been thinking about lately, starting with Brooke. Brooke, what's on your mind?
Well, I had a big girls' night out over the weekend, and the group text got a little carried away, and they decided that they all wanted to dress up like cute, sexy troll dolls, right?
Oh, that's hot.
Wait a minute.
I love that idea.
I just wasn't feeling it, you guys. And so I was like, I gotta dress up. And then
We love doing Halloween costumes.
I know.
So
It's just like I've been overwhelmed, and so I'm like, fine. But I gotta take a different angle. So I
Then you want to take a different angle than the agreed upon theme that everybody said they're going to do?
Yes, because I think that was lame. I think it was a lame idea. So I went with internet troll. Okay, so I still had the troll hair like they did.
A play on
But
troll,
I made myself a goatee and a mustache, and I wrote internet, and I carried around a broken keyboard. You know, just
Something like one of your costumes.
Thank you. But the problem is when I showed up to the fancy sushi restaurant,
Oh, fancy restaurant.
I was the first one there,
Oh,
and
God.
no one in the whole place was dressed up. And you guys, I can't tell you the level of awkward, because there's 3 middle-aged businessmen standing in front of me waiting for the hostess.
You're at a high-end sushi restaurant.
And
Yes.
they don't know what to do. They're like kind of turning around, and finally one of them is brave enough to approach me
No.
and says,
And kick you out.
"So,
Yeah. Right.
what are you?" And I show him my shirt, and he's like, "Oh, internet troll." And I expect them to laugh, but again, just awkward silence. And he goes, "Good luck with that."
Okay. So it didn't turn out quite the way you were hoping.
I did get a free dessert out of it from the hostess, because I think she felt that for me.
Or she thought you were actually going to go on to Yelp and troll them for not getting a free thing. Jose, what's been on your mind?
Well, I would have to admit that more than any other time in my life, I'm actually enjoying spooky season.
Oh, okay.
I'm getting into it. And the other night, Alexis and I went to go get audio at a haunted house for the brand new segment, What You Doing at the Haunted House.
Yeah.
So we show up, and it's rainy, it's gloomy, it's windy.
It's perfect.
You hear people screaming, you hear chainsaws buzzing, and I was like, this is fun. Like, I'm into it. And then at the end, the owner, we're thanking him, and he's like, well, hey, how about VIP?
Oh, you're going to actually go through. You
guys, this is a huge haunted house where people wait over an hour to get in, right?
Damn.
Did you go?
So there's me, there's Alexis, and then there's her roommate. And 2 people went in. And I was not one of them.
we didn't expect that.
Okay, I'm not fully into it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm getting into the spirit.
Give it a few more years.
And maybe I'll...
Maybe by the time you're 70, someone will wheel you through it in like your wheelchair.
When you don't have a choice.
Alexis.
Yeah.
Besides whatever happened with Jose over the weekend, tell us what's been on your mind.
Well, kind of like you said, I mean, I knew he wouldn't go in, so I had a friend go in this haunted house with me.
Yeah.
And much better experience, because she's not really scared of things.
Oh, she's like the
Is that
opposite of
fun,
me.
though, to go through a haunted house
it
with
is.
someone who doesn't react?
It is, because I had like a different experience. Like, we're more looking at like how well done it is, and like the details of like the massacres happening inside it, you know?
You have watched too much true crime.
This blood splatter is very realistic.
Yeah. But the most like memorable part for me was actually like something I wouldn't expect. One of the like actors in it, all dressed up scary, comes up and like breathes on my face.
Ew.
When I walk in, and like that wasn't the scary part. It's that like their breath smelled like Doritos. Like
Original or Cool Ranch?
Oh, Cool Ranch would be much more friendly.
yeah, I do think it was Cool Ranch. And my roommate, like my friend looks at me and she's like, "Did you smell that too?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
I just got back from lunch break.
I think so. And like that just lingered the entire house. I just couldn't get the Doritos off my face.
That was the scariest part.
Do you offer gum to a zombie?
I don't know. I should have gone back and probably done that.
All right, Jeffrey, what's on your mind?
So I went to a pumpkin patch over the weekend.
We were all festive.
Look
weren't
at
we?
us.
Look at us.
They had a display there showing how the pioneers used to live back in the 1800s.
Okay.
You know, where they have this old outhouse, too.
Oh,
and it's
What
roped off.
pumpkin patch did you go to?
It's supposed to show all the different aspects of pioneer
It's a
life.
historical pumpkin.
Oh.
And you guys know me, I'm very interested in restrooms.
I
Not
guess.
my own, but
Yeah, that I think
strangers'
about it.
restrooms
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, you are.
So I started reading about it because they had a write-up there, right next to it, explaining like what it was all about.
Oh, cool.
And apparently, it's someone's job to go around North America and literally dig down into the outhouses.
Ew.
Did you know this?
What?
Wait, hold on. Like to build new outhouses? Is that
No,
what you're
to
saying?
dig up the old ones.
Oh,
And like
someone's
go
going
through all the old waste and to like study it so they can learn about their diets
Oh.
and any illnesses they have. Sometimes they found old artifacts down in there that people accidentally dropped in
Or
You're
swallowed?
learning this at the pumpkin patch.
at the pumpkin patch. And I realized they have all these old tiny buildings. They have the old homestead, the old
Uh-huh.
saloon, the blacksmith, and out of everything, the most fascinating part to me is the hole in the ground where pioneers would take a tree. And I just had to ask the room, does that make me weird?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Yes.
good. I'm glad that it's official. I just wanted to make sure.
Really
Yeah.
strange.
But it is really fascinating, isn't it?
I don't know between you and Brooke. She's into the modern day outhouses. You're into the old school outhouses.
I've been around them too much. Maybe
Yeah,
they've
she
lost
grew
the
up-
sheen.
It doesn't have the same
Yeah.
luster that it did.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just getting into it now.
Okay,
I can't
well.
wait for the Netflix documentary.
I got a double-seater from my childhood I could show you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's like a Lamborghini.
My mom always said a family that poos together.
Wow. I'm very interested. I want to see pictures of that. But text in to 78592 and tell us what's been on your mind. It's Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.